Hello, everybody. My name is Rudy Carreon. This is my signature assignment. Um, I'm currently taking emotions and motivations for this class. So, does exercise increase motivation? This is my introduction. So, what does it mean to be motivated? How does intrinsic and extrinsic motivation play a huge factor, and how does they intertwine in this? So, what is the incentive for exercise in the first place, and what is the main goal? So I have some definitions for each one. So for exercise, it's a subset of physical activity that is planned, structured, and repetitive and has a final or an intermediate objective improvement of maintenance of physical fitness. Physical fitness is a set of attributes that are either health or skill related. Intrinsic motivation pertains to activities done for their own sake or for the inherited interest and enjoyment. Extrinsic motivation, which concerns behaviors, is done for reasons other than the inherited satisfactions. And then grit, defined of having passion and perseverance for long-term goals, has gained significant recognition in recent years. The article that I was dissecting is called Exercise Motivation, a cross-sectional analysis examining its relationships with frequency, intensity, and duration of exercise. The background that it's important to exercise and engage in these physical activities to help maintain healthier lifestyles. But unfortunately, for a large population, people, it's insufficiently active. So the main purpose is to understand the main different types of motivation that can help contribute to exercising behavior as the overall first step, identifying an increase in exercise among individuals and study explosives, the self-determination theory, as the main framework for which to examine motivation beats the various cares of exercise behavior. So under the methods section, there's a study of participants of a total of 1,079, 468 of them males and 612 of them females, regular exercisers. For the purpose of the study, the regular exercise was defined as consistently engaging in at least two exercises per session of any kind each week for the past 6 months. The sample was largely composed of students, with 75% of participants reporting students as their primary occupation. Self-report data revealed that the sample was quite active. Uh, Frequency was 4.7 sessions per week. The standard deviation, 1.77. The middle median duration was 67.31 minutes per session. And then the standard deviation for that is 28.23. And the intensity, 69.71 weekly. So participants listed the exercise activities in which they are typically are able to participate. The most commonly cited exercise activities were running, 62.6%, weight training, 61.2%, playing sports, 58.7%, and walking, 48.5%, and exercising on cardio equipment, treadmills, stationary bikes, elliptical trainers, 46.8%. The sampling of this procedure was approved by the university research ethics groups. Participants were approved by the researcher prior or to the following of the workouts in their regular gym settings. Once they were informed, the consent was obtained and the participants completed some questionnaires for demographic purposes. So there was two types. The Leicester type exercise questionnaire was used to assess participants' self-reported exercise intensity. Participants indicated the frequency of mild, moderate, and strenuous activities that they engage in for at least 15 minutes during a typical week. A composite exercise behavior score was then calculated using the weighted sum of each exercise intensity according to the following formula: 3 times for mild, 5 times for moderate, and 9 times for strenuous. The result was weekly met units of metabolic equivalence value. So this questionnaire has found to be valid and reliable when compared to objective measures of physical activity. And then the other questionnaire is called the Behavior Regulation and Exercise Questionnaire, where it's a 19-item self-report measure, which was adapted according to the self-determination theory framework. The Behavior Regulation and Exercise Questionnaire includes 5 subscales assessing intrinsic, I enjoy my exercise sessions, number equals 4, identified it's important to me to exercise regularly, n equals 4, then I feel guilty when I don't exercise, n equals 3, and external, I feel under pressure from my family, friends to exercise, n equals 4. So regulation as well as a motivation, I don't see why I should have to exercise. And then each item is rated on a 5-point scale. So as you can see, majority of them are mostly fours. So they see themselves exercising. And then this questionnaire also extended to include 4 additional items assessing integrated regulations. I exercise because it is consistent with my values. So that's a 4 score. The integrated subscale was included in the current study. A reliability analysis revealed internal consistency values ranging from 0.76 to 0.90 for the various regulations for males and females, with the exception of a motivation for males being 0.54. So the results that I gathered from this was that the data was screened in order to detect missing values and outliers, as well as to test for conformity with the assumptions of multiple regression, normality, linearity, and homoscedasticity. The analysis revealed to no missing values and no cases of extreme responses. Value greater for standard deviation is from the means on any measure. An examination of the distribution properties and histograms of each variable indicated that a motivation variable deviated substantially from normality and warranted transformation. A logarithmic transformation with the addition of the constant to each value was conducted in order to normalize the A motivation variable. All subsequent analyses were conducted using the transformed A motivation variable. No violations to the assumptions of linearity or homoscedasticity were observable through an examination of scatter plots of the residues, indicating that the data was suitable to undergo regression analysis. So the main purpose of the study that I got was 3 types of exercise behaviors. The frequency, intensity, and duration of various behaviors regulations, both identified and integrated, was consistent of the original hypothesis and contention of the self-determination theory. Behaviors by which various motivational consequences have been more regulations, and the times regulations also predicted that behavior intention. However, integrated regulation was not assessed to these findings, so it highlights the overall importance of including a measure of integrated regulation when assessing exercise motivation. And then these are the references I have here. The first one was the one I was mainly working on as the whole study of my article. The other 3 are just secondary references. And that concludes my signature assignment. So thank you for your time for listening to me.